Hi everyone! I'm back with a video of my bullet journal. I'm doing a flip through of my last bullet journal, which I had from September through April of this year. So September of last year through April of this year. So I thought I'd just do a quick flip through. This is my cover. I got some little decals for the front. And then this was my index. I kind of stopped using it. As you can see, after like March, I never filled out April. I only track important spreads that I need to refer back to. I don't track every single monthly spread or anything like that. This was my key, which I ended up changing, but you'll see that later. So this was my first set of dailies. If you can't tell, I take a lot of inspiration from Boho Berry. I got the idea for the time bar from Kara. I started by making it all on one spread instead of on every day, but I switched it up later anyway. So this was that, more dailies. Then I had this, I thought was so cute. I found this lettering online and duplicated it, and I thought it was adorable. Then I had like a monthly calendar and my October memories, a gratitude log, fall bucket list. This was my October tracker, another week by the hour, more dailies, week by the hour again, more dailies. A cleaning chart. I loved these. These were the Staedtler Tri-Plus fine liners, but the neon set, and oh my gosh, I loved them for a while. I used them a lot. More dailies. Another week by the hour. Went on vacation this week, so I didn't really time track while I was out of town. And then this is my California prep list when I went out of town. And then some journaling of the trip. Then November happened, so I made this little Hello November. And then my calendar, another gratitude log. My November memories, which my favorite thing, of course, is when the Gilmore Girls revival happened. So that was super exciting. And the first snow. I love snow. Another week by the hour, some more dailies. Same thing. Switched up the color scheme again over here. And then December came, and I loved this little doodle. And then, of course, my December month, my December memories. Another gratitude log. I did a little countdown to Christmas. I didn't care for how it turned out. I expected it to be like bigger and centered, but it's okay. I dealt with it. I liked it. I like doing it. And then this was my December habit tracker. And this was my tracker for the Christmas movies I wanted to watch last year. And the ones that have, I don't know if you can see on camera, but I have green on top of the black of the ones I was able to watch. I missed a few, but it's okay. And then I got these stickers off Etsy a long time ago, and they're all from Home Alone, and I thought that was so cute. Oh no, actually I lied. Some of them are from Christmas Vacation, so they're kind of mixed together, but I liked those stickers, so I threw them in here. Because at the time I had stopped sticker planning, and I wasn't using the stickers I had already bought, so I missed them. So this is when I started thinking about going back to the sticker planner too. So now I just do both, because I couldn't decide. And this was a cute little December to-dos. I got the idea to do this from my sister Alicia, and then she found this somewhere online, I believe. So neither of us came up with that, so that wasn't my idea, but I love how it turned out. And then I had another week by the hour. And then I started using red and green. I love this. I might do this again this year. Then I changed my weeklies and stopped doing these time bars on a separate page. So I did like time specific, then day specific. I added, for a while, Kara from Bohoberry was doing the self-care tracker. So I picked that up from her and started doing it myself. And I really liked that. I stopped and I should probably do that again. But so this was my first week trying it like this. And then some dailies. And then one day I was bored, so I decided to draw this little thing. Another weekly, did the same thing as I did the previous week. More dailies. Some journaling about Christmas. I actually had the flu last year for Christmas, but it still was a great Christmas. And then here's another weekly. Switch to like some blues and purples. Dailies. I know I've already said I love snow, but I love snow. So here's my Let It Snow spread, and this is 2017 when January happened. So I kind of did some collections, I think, in the beginning of 2017. So I made a projects and goals for 2017, which I never went back to after I made it, looks like, because nothing's crossed off. I did do most of these things though, so that's good. Then I made a calendar. This is when I changed my key, is in 2017, because I liked the dotted system better than the boxes. But now looking at the box spreads that I had, I kind of like the boxes, so maybe I'll go back. Who knows? That's what I like about bullet journaling. You can just do whatever you want. Then I had a movies to see in 2017 spread, which is not filled out. I did transfer this and copy another one into my new bullet journal when I moved into it in May or April. No, May. So there is an updated version of this, and actually an updated version of this, because this was my bookshelves and the books I wanted to read. I wonder, I'll just show it now, actually. I'm just flipping through my current one now. So this is my updated movie spread, which I actually have seen a couple more of these, and I still haven't marked them off, so I need to go back to that. And then my updated bookshelf looks like this from this bullet journal. And I did get my goal of reading 10 books this year, which is good, because for a couple of years I wasn't reading a lot because of school. So now I've been able to read a lot more again, which is nice, because I love reading. Anyway, back to this one. I did make a future log. I didn't use it, so I stopped with the future logging. And then here is the first January monthly. My January memories and a calendar. I know a lot of people do the list one, but I like to visually see it as a calendar. So I just draw out a full calendar every month. It only takes a minute. So this is when I was still in school. So I tried to plan out my whole semester, because this was my last semester in school, but I ended up not really using this either. Then I just have a gratitude log in there that I had wanted to pass, just because there's some personal stuff in it. Then I had done a sleep tracker for a while to track how much I was sleeping and my January habits, which actually, they were pretty decent that month compared to normal. Normally I don't fill in that many. Another weekly, more dailies. And then I went back and did a weekly time bar again, looks like. Weekly time bar page, I should say. And another weekly. Oh, and then this was the year in pixels, which again, I moved into my new bullet journal, so I will show you what that is looking like now. That was a real big pain to move, by the way. So to like make sure the right colors were put in each day and everything. So next year I'm going to put it in a TN insert, all my collections, so I don't have to keep redrawing all this stuff, but this is what it looks like now. So it's still going. I just ran out of room in this one. So, and then I made this little quote page. So I was like practicing my lettering. I was using the Fudanesco Tombow pens. It doesn't look great, but I thought it was kind of cute anyway. So that's that. And then some dailies, another weekly, dailies. I must have been busy this week. There's like no color. I like using color. I don't know. I went back to the neon pens. Okay, so then here's February. So then Kara started doing her health tracker as a full month. So then I copied, of course, and started doing that too. So I was tracking sleep, energy, mood, and me time. But I kind of liked it for a while. I stopped doing it, but I liked it. Oh, I had totally written down January here too. So I had to white it out and put February. Then my monthly. This was like my favorite memories page ever. I thought it was so cute. And then I'm just skipping another gratitude log. Again, same reason, personal stuff. Then I had February sleep log. Again, I didn't sleep that much in February, it looks like, and I didn't hit my goal that much. I'm one of those people who definitely needs about 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, or I'm not myself the next day. So I was trying really hard to get on a better sleeping schedule, which I feel like I'm a little bit better now. It's still iffy sometimes, but I try my best. And then my February tracker. At this point, I was just like, actually, I did pretty good. Yeah, the tracker was pretty good. And I'm just skipping a weekly. Here's some dailies. And then, excuse the language, I'm pretty sure this quote has swears in it. But, oh, maybe not. Well, whatever. So anyways, the Goldfinger song I was listening to a lot that week, so I just wrote out some of the lyrics for fun, because I like my ska and punk music. And this was a weekly again. I started putting like a little quote here, because I didn't have anything else I needed to say there. More dailies. Another weekly. More dailies. And then I started doing question of the day. And I think I did it for like a week, and then that was the end of that. So I stopped doing that after a while. But more dailies. Daily March. So then I did both of the self-care tracker and the habit tracker on one spread. So that was that. Another sleep tracker. Another memories page. Monthly. And then a mood mandala. That was my first attempt at a mood mandala. Again, actually Fiona from Bujo Mama created the mood mandala, but Kara started doing it too, and that's how I found out about it. But, so I gave it a try. I'm not good at it. I think I did one other one, and that was it. I didn't stick with it. And I only did a week at a time. I never did, like, the big monthly one that they do. Because I can't come up with things like that. I don't know. I'm not really super creative. This was a current TV show log that I was going to do, and then I did not, because I wrote, I made a mistake and used a fountain pen with ink that was not waterproof. So when I was trying to go over it with the highlighter, it was messing up what I wrote. So I just gave up and moved on. So I'm not using that spread anymore. Then I had another weekly mood mandala and some dailies. More dailies. A weekly. More dailies. Oh, I changed my weekly here again. This one I came up with by myself, actually, I believe. Just super simple. I had a lot going on, so I started making it a little bit more simple. Oh, this was fun. Finished all my homework ever. Took all damn day, but it is done. I remember that day. It was awful, but I was so glad when it was done. Okay, so then April started. I did another memories, but I used all words this time instead of pictures. Another monthly gratitude log. Now this was a disaster actually, because I tried to track too much on one tracker and it didn't, it was like, because me time, it was either I had like no time or like all day of free time. So the pink is just like when I had me time. So it makes the whole thing look stupid. So I didn't do that again because that just, you can't even read it. I don't know. It's a mess. So then I did an April habit tracker. And then this was my favorite, I think this was my favorite mood tracker page actually, with the lantern. So I filled out a lantern each day of my mood. And this was like my key. So some days you can see there's 2 colors. So, I don't know. I really like that. Maybe I'll do that again. And then this I saw on Instagram. I can't remember who created it. But it basically... Shoot, I feel bad I can't remember who created it. I have to look into that. If I can find it, I will post it in the bottom bar. Because I feel really bad if I can't credit people. But I know for sure I 100% got this from someone else. So... It has the low and high temperature for the day, the sunrise and sundown for every day, the weather and the moon phase, and the date. So this was for April. So it just goes around and you can see how the weather changed and the moon phases. I loved it, but it took too much time to do, so I didn't do it again. But I did like it. I thought it was really cute. It turned out really cute. And then it was super rainy because it was in April. So I wrote out the quotes of the entire song by Carbon Leaf called Drops of Rain. And I just threw that on in the background. It goes like across, but it's one of my favorite songs and it was fitting with the weather, so I just wrote it all out. Then I have another weekly. I added my sleep tracker to my weekly here and wrote, I think my total hours slept. No, my quality of sleep is what that was out of 10. But again, I have like an issue with sleep. I need to sleep a lot. So weekly, dailies. And this was like a really fun weekend, excuse me. Went to Grand Rapids. I live in Michigan, but I live in Metro Detroit area, so the Grand Rapids is like a 2.5-hour drive, but that's where all the breweries and stuff that I like are. And my sister and her now husband lived there for a while, so I like to spend time there. So us 3 hung out there for a weekend and went to all of our favorite places. So that was a super fun weekend. And then this, sometimes when you bullet journal, like, everyone talks about how they feel like it has to be perfect and whatever, but this is like proof that it's really, if it needs to be functional. Like this week I was so busy, I didn't have time to make any type of fancy weekly. I just like boxed in all the days and wrote what I had to do. So, and I mean, it's fine. Then I had some dailies, and that was the end of this one. And I had some like scribble pages. That was to clean the Tombos when I blended them so that I could get the extra ink out of the other color. So I had a few of those, practicing some stuff here in the back. I did make a Tombow library in the back because I have the full set of Tombows. And if I ever lost track of one, I wanted to know which one it was so that I could repurchase it. I still have this in my current one too. So if a Tombow is out and in my pen case, I have it checked out of this little like Tombow library so that I know if I lost one, what one it was. And then I only had like maybe 15 pages left, so I knew I wasn't going to be able to fit May. So that was that. That was the end of my first bullet journal. So thank you for watching.